feel like I'm stuck in the same place, nowhere for me to go. No thrill, no escape, chained to the roots I know. Always crossing over lines I can't follow you through. Looking in from the outside, deep down I always knew I'd watch you fly away. Flights come in and flights go out, yet I can never leave the ground. People leave and the pain grows. I hate the airport now, I know. Driving to the parking lot, no thought within my brain. Walking to the very front, I'm in a blurry haze. Now's the time to say goodbye, until we meet again. Thoughts of flying far from here fill up my mind, but then I drive back home alone. Flights come in and flights go out, yet I can never leave the ground. People leave and the pain grows. I hate the airport now, I know. I hate the airport now, I know. I hate the airport now, I know. Flights come in and flights go out. I wish that I could leave the ground. One day I could say it's so, but I hate the airport now, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. How are we doing today? Welcome on in, cutie. The most comfortable feeling for me is watching a Music Monday at night while in the kitchen from start to end. I'm really glad that you like the Music Mondays. They are a personal favorite for me. Like, I've been doing gaming for 10 years, almost 11 years on YouTube. And around 8 years on Twitch. And despite all that, I still love doing the Music Mondays. The Music Mondays came in shortly after starting on Twitch, but they are still my favorite stream to do, and they've only gotten better over the years. Welcome on in, everyone. How's everyone doing? We have had such a busy week this last week, as we have been getting ready, as we have been working through several projects, as well as getting stuff ready for demo form. I have very awesome sauce news, by the way. Well, feel free to share with the class while you wait and telling me. What's the good news, cutie? What's the awesome sauce news? I gotta know. Why am I spinning this microphone in my hand like that? I'm just twirling it between my fingers. I didn't know I could do that with a mic this this thick, this chunky, but apparently I can. I don't think I can do it with my Audio Technica here. Unfortunately, this one's a bit too thick. Well, maybe. I can, it's just awkward. I don't know why this mic's sitting on my desk in all honesty. I think someone dropped it off and was like, yeah, have this. I'm like, I don't want this. I don't need an Audio Technica mic. I don't need a USB-C mic or USB-A mic. I don't need a USB mic in general. I ate 3 times and socialized. Let's go, cutie. That's actually a really good thing. I'm actually really happy for you. I'm really happy that you ate 3 times and socialized. We're up. We're actually up. This is like absolute peak. Absolute cinema. Okay. Before we get started, I came across a new song today, and I really vibe with it. Like, unreasonably vibe with it. I wanted to share it because for some reason, I found it today, and yet I already know the lyrics. I'm going to pull it up very quickly. It's on Spotify, actually. Let me pull up YouTube. Oh, and I downloaded Discord or something? Oh, cool. Unfortunately, I think you downloaded it at the wrong time because Discord's kind of going through some heat right now for some new changes to the platform. Which, I mean, I get why they're doing it, but I think they went about it all wrong. I think I saw that Discord is now putting a security system in place for teens and minors, where basically, well, not minors because you're not allowed on the platform if you're under 13. But it's like in order to like access like some of the normal stuff that you see on a regular basis, because it's going to get heavily filtered. In order to use Discord normally, you need to either submit a face scan or submit an identification, a method of ID. And in all honesty, I would not trust Discord with my ID. I would not, considering their platform just got leaked like 3 times in the past like 6 months. No, would not want to put my private information on that site. To be fair, I already like use PayPal for Discord Nitro. I wouldn't put my direct credit card there because then that's how stuff gets easily taken over. But I digress. I wouldn't even trust them with the facial scan, so I really have no idea what I'm gonna do. It won't let me verify the email. I changed it and everything, Brotato. Yeah, that's Discord for you. It's kind of getting to be a pain in the ass these days. Anyway, the song that I found, which I think is really good, it's by an artist that, for some reason, has very small following. I don't know how I came across the song. It was just something that I found on Instagram. But holy crap, I actually really like this track that they dropped. Okay, let me go ahead and pause the music very quickly. Just so I can share this piece. Hopefully it doesn't get me copyrighted because I do want to talk about it and sort of like the meaning behind it, because it's a really good song. Okay, so this song is called I Don't Need Closure by Kami. K4MI Kami. Well, you know, it would help if I unmuted the site. Thank you for that. Okay, let's try that one more time.
I don't need closure.
I really like this song, and I want to talk about it.
I don't need closure. I just need silence where your echo used to be. Up in the red, but you're still on the air. Cause I'm living with a ghost on the stairs. I check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left in my mind. I've been the pictures, but they like to stay. And I can't move on cause you won't leave your name. I'm tired of saying.
Time, why did you stream for almost 4 fucking hours? Almost 5? Are we talking about Soulcrafters? I was locked in. I was locked in that day on getting El Dorado done.
Of a little apartment, the cheap cologne, that empty spot, it's so permanent. You packed your box so neatly, but what you left behind, the memory that keeps repeating. Let me breathing on the dust of a dying flame while you're out there living life and forgetting my name. I don't need closure, I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent, but you're still on the air. Cause I'm living with a ghost on the stairs. Check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left in my mind. I burn the pictures, but they like to stay, and I can't move on cause you won't leave your name. They say time heals, but it just built a wall, and I'm the fool still waiting for this Lord above. I wish I could hate you, but I just melt away. You made me feel like I was worth saving that day. I don't need closure, I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent, but you're still on the air. Cause I'm living with a ghost on the stairs.
And their friend is so silly, had to make 2 out of context videos. What do you mean by that? This song has been an earworm for me
get the best
for who knows how long. It's actually insane just how much that song has been playing in my ears. Because like I found out about it this morning, before I like went to work, and I was like, oh, like that's a really catchy melody. I check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left in my mind. I burn the pictures, but they like to stay, and I can't move on cause you won't leave your name. I was like, whoa. And then like the more, and so like that was enough to get me to check out the full song. Holy crap, guys, I was not aware of peak. I was not aware that this song was so peak, and I highly recommend that you guys go check it out as well. It's on all streaming platforms. It's by Kami. Hey time, happy Music Monday. Happy Music Monday, Mello. How are you doing? We're going over this really good song. This really good song that just hits. It hits. It's close to home right now. It's such a good song. I love the melody so much. Closure, I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent, but you're still on the air. Cause I'm living with a ghost on the stairs. It's so good. I'm feeling shitty, but we vibe. Oh, Mello, I'm sorry that you feel shitty. Kiki's trying to get me food. If Kiki fails, I will get you food. That's out of the question. You're getting food regardless, Mello. But I do really like the lyrics. I have them written down. Where's my phone? I have them written down somewhere on my phone because I was listening to it and I was just bumping along to it. I'm like, holy crap, this song's so good. I couldn't find the lyrics anywhere, mind you. So I had to manually write them down. Where are they? They are in here. Okay. So the lyrics are, I don't need closure. I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent, but you're still on the air because I'm living with a ghost on the stair. And it's so, like, it's so real when you're living with ghosts. It's, like, genuinely, like, when people leave, it's just, like, you can still feel their presence, and it just doesn't feel good. I'm gonna tell you what I told Kiki. I feel like a shitty friend for the amount of times you, Moon and Kiki, have gotten me food, especially because you guys don't ever let me pay you back. I feel really bad. Mello, we do it because we want to. We do it because we You don't need to feel bad. It's not like we are forcing ourselves to get you food. No, it's just literally, hey, let's get food. We don't want you to worry. We don't want you to feel bad or feel like you need to pay us back. We do it just because it's what we do. And personally for me, I have like such a bad habit of not letting people pay me back for anything. You can ask Bug, my best friend of 6 years. That man has struggled to get me presents for my birthday because he has had to learn over the years that he cannot tell me that he's getting me something, or I will actually I will tell him, no, do not get me something. So he's learned to keep it secret. And in fact, he sent someone to get me. I have an unopened Lego box behind me, of the Walt Disney. Where is it? Yeah, the Walt Disney 100th anniversary tribute camera. He got someone in town to get this for me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Legos are so dope. They are. I just can't afford them. Like, I'm out at breakfast with someone, and they're like, oh yeah, Bug asked me to get this for you, but he said to record your reaction because he wanted it to be a surprise. I'm like, motherfucker, what did he do this time? I think it was for Christmas that he got that for me. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I sent that dude his Christmas gift. So, I mean, yeah. Can I hug you both real quick? Teehee. Hug. We need to do like a self-hug point redemption. Because hugs are important. Actually, if you're in Twitch chat, I believe we have an exclamation point hug command. Which is really fun. God. Where were we with these lyrics? Yeah, okay, so we were on the chorus. I don't need closure. I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent, but you're still on the air because I'm living with a ghost on the stair. And I'm just like, that's just... There are some lyrics in this song that I will not lie, I would want to change myself if I were writing this. Because the flow is kind of weird, and it dives into like some... It's a bit of a stretch. Prize picks! Oh, goodness gracious. TurboTax? It is tax season. This is true. It makes sense that they're doing TurboTax. Also Prize Picks because it's the end of football season. One more ad. I'm gonna guess it's a Subaru ad, knowing you, Mello. But the next lyrics are what really get me. I check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left in my mind. I burn the pictures, but they like to stay, and I can't move on because you won't leave your name. It isn't a Subaru ad. Let's go. No Subaru ads for Mello. I find those lyrics just so interesting. I check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left on my mind. I burn the pictures, but they like to stay. Basically, Wait, is Twitch calling me stray? Give me my Subaru ad back. I've never seen someone want an ad in the history of this platform. But I love the saying, I burn the pictures, but they like to stay. Because holy crap, burning pictures and like trying to forget the memory. And it's just, ooh, I'm shaking my fist at the sky right now. Gang, I both woke up and fell asleep and woke up to Kaiden hugging me asleep. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Hopefully that was consensual, by the way, cutie. I want to make sure everyone's being respectful here. But like for example, like I think the verse has like some funny wording because it's like here's how it goes. I'm tired of saying I'm fine. I'm past the angry, past the stage of pouring out the wine. I kind of wish I don't know how I would do the lyrics, but I wouldn't put I'm past the angry. I could have heard it wrong. I don't think I did.
I'm tired of saying I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that it's that is I'm past the angry, past the stage of pouring out the wine. I think there was another part where I was there's another like lyric in there somewhere where I was trying to I was trying to think about like what I would want to like swap the lyric to in order to make a little bit more sense. Because like I really like those melodies, and I would love to do a cover of the song, but I feel like I would want to change the lyrics up. I don't know if I want regular buffalo wings or lemon pepper. That depends. What are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for like that like hot saucy type of texture, or are you looking more for like that that seasoning on like a regular wing? Personally, for me, I like going just not even a regular buffalo. I like going hot buffalo or atomic, depending on the day. I don't know. Can you do a half and half order out of curiosity? Or can you order the wings and then both sauces on the side? Could do either or. But I love, where is it? The next part. After the verse, the pre-chorus. But she left behind the memory that keeps repeating, left me bleeding in the dust of a dying flame, while you're out there living life and forgetting my name. I love the way it flows. I think there's something interesting, though, about the left me bleeding in the dust of a dying flame. It's a lot of adjectives, or it's a lot of, like, words. I'm like, I think we could have probably found something different that works there. But I get the idea. I get the idea that this artist is trying to portray. And his instrumentation is absolutely fantastic. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with the song, is because I was like, oh, if this were a song, this sounds like a song that I would want to make for Broken Mirrors, because the instrumentation is so good. Especially like when we hit the bridge. They say time heals, but it just built a wall. And I'm the fool still waiting. I haven't finished this lyric. What is it? Is it, but I'm still the fool waiting for this wall to fall? I don't know if that's the lyric, in all honesty. But it just built a wall, and I'm the fool still waiting for this wall to fall. I wish I could hate you, but I just missed the way you made me feel like I was worth saving that day. Yeah, I still have no idea what that lyric is, in all honesty. I can't understand it too much. It's not making sense to me. I know it has to rhyme with wall. It probably is fall, but I'm not hearing the word before that. It's either fall or all. But I'm the fool still waiting for this blank to fall. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea, and that's what's really making me upset. Yeah, no, I just really like this song. I love that bridge. It is so good. Stay, and I can't move on cause you won't leave your name. They say time heals, but it just built a wall, and I'm the fool still waiting for this waterfall. I wish I could hate you, but I just missed the way you made me feel like I was worth saving that day. I do like that last line of I'll just close my app here that I had the notes in. Or was it? But I just missed the way you made me feel like I was worth saving that day. You look drop kickable. Cutie Pets 2026. Hey, man, I mean, I say the same thing to some people. I'm like, yeah, I could drop kick you. Yeah, I could chuck you into the sun. You're small enough. I say to someone who's like this tall. But I do really like that line. But I just miss the way you made me feel like I was worth saving that day. I'm like, yes, that is hitting somewhere I wish it didn't hit. But it's a banger. It's unfortunately a banger. So the song has been on my mind for the entire day, and to the point where I found the lyrics. To the point where I wrote out 99% of the lyrics, except for that one line in the bridge that I can't seem to find. And I'm like, yeah, no, like, it flows, it's good. Like, the lyrics are pretty good. It's the melody that really carries the song, though. What do you mean? Like, it's just... Your back's only you think. But you left behind the memory that keeps repeating. Left me bleeding on the dust of a dying flame. You're out there living life and forgetting my name. I don't need closure, I just need silence where your echo used to be. I pay the rent but you're still on the air. Cause I'm living with a ghost on the stamp. I check the lock every night just to find you're still the only thing left in my mind. I burn the pictures but they like to stay, and I can't move on cause you won't leave your name. I'm like, come on, that is such a good song. I wish I could do a cover of it, but I don't think I can. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know a majority of the lyrics. I would love to reach out to this guy and be like, hey, can we like collab on this song? Like, I want to make like I want to like rewrite some of the lyrics to sort of fit this idea. I would love to include this song on on Broken Mirrors, but it's not my song. Okay, it's really good though, and if I could tell the artist that, holy crap, Kami, your music is fantastic. That was a banger song. Speaking of bangers, let's go and move on to our own music. I'm gonna go and put this on pause for now. I was working on this last night into this morning. I had a meeting this morning. By the way, my gang, I found a gender neutral name. Yippee! Oh heck yeah! Let's go. Gender neutral name to fit the pronouns. The it's. I'm gonna go ahead and take out my stuff from my pockets, because I do not need them in my pockets right now. Yeah, no, I was working on vocals last night, and I decided that I was gonna take care of them today. Turns out today's here, and I still haven't taken care of them. The first thing I want to go over is this track that we've been writing for a hot second now. For a project that I cannot share just yet. I can share, though, something that is related to it. Where is it? Here it is. I could share this. Over the weekend, I made a dynamic music system for Minecraft. What does that mean? It means that depending on where you are in the world, the music's going to change. Depending on what you're experiencing, the music's going to change. I haven't gone that far yet, but I have ideas on how I'm going to implement it using this system. So take a look at this cool dynamic system that I made in Minecraft using the Open Audio MC client plugin. So basically, when you log into Minecraft, you're given an audio token, and you can use that to... that token will sort of look at where you are in the world, and depending on where you are, it's going to change the music. So right now, light blue is Magic at the Forest, green is Town of Listern, and dark blue is a playlist of Deep Space. So dark blue will be shifting between tracks depending on where you are. And we can hear it changing. And just like that, we're on a new track in Deep Space. I'd love to hear my parents ask, why is Kaiden and M calling you Ash? Cutie, you're going by Ash? That's actually a cool name. I like the name Ash. But yeah, you can see sort of the interactive, dynamic music system in work, and functioning pretty well. Why am I getting notifs? What? Oh, I see. Bug's Life. Well, I looked away for 2 seconds. When did it become Soul Crafters Monday instead of Music Monday? It's not. We're looking at an audio, a dynamic music system that I created within Minecraft. I opened up I had like a basic server running off of Aternos at the time. But you can see here that like, depending on where you're standing, the music's gonna change. And I set that up intentionally. So it's like when you're not on the platform, it's gonna go silent. If you're on the platform, the music's gonna change depending on what color you're standing on. Really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. And I have speakers that I can control, so I can have like sound effects or like music placed throughout the world somewhere. So as you're walking around, you'll hear something off to the side and you'll be like, "What's that?" It's really cool. It is a really cool music system that I created for that project. And I'm still working on it, but I can't say anything. I can't say anything on it just yet because the project's not ready to be announced. But when it announces, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know. So this is a piece that I'm currently writing for that project. It's a large scale project. And this is one of the tracks that's going to be played when the player first enters the game. So let's go and take a listen. Stolen from my OC Asher. Do I tell people that? No. It's because they're still different? It's definitely. Got it. Got it. Nothing's mixed in this, by the way. Everything is pretty much right out of the box. We still need to EQ it. We still need to master and mix and master everything. So I had a note to myself. Hang on. I had a note during work that I need to check back on. Let me see what it is. It was related to this. Okay, I'll need to look at something in a second. Debating if I want that to be the way that it is, or if I want to change up the melody for this particular part before we jump back into it in another 16 bars. when you wake up with marks on your arm and that means you had peak sleep? Well, I woke up with my arm, somehow my leg covered twice in a row, but that sleep sucked for real. Sometimes you'll end up feeling that way if you sleep for too long. And the reason why that happens, I believe, is because depending on how you're sleeping, you might not be entering full REM, which means that you're just pretty much like sleeping like 75% of the way there, and it's really annoying. Yeah, so that's the track. I did have a note to myself that I want to change out an instrument, but I gotta remember what the instrument is. I need this track. Let me find out what it is. I woke up at like 10 a.m. Also, I guess it's because I was trying not to wake up my Pookie. I love waking up first. What's goody, my gang? I wish I could say the same, but unfortunately, it's just me right now. I need this instrument. What are you? Tickle the Icicle. Is that really what it's called? Yes, it is. I'm gonna turn on my headphones a little bit. Because it's really loud in my ears. Okay, I need that sound. And I'm gonna put it on this track. Save changes, don't save. Da 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 do, ba da 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 do, ba da 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 do. All sleep schedules suck ass. If you know, you know. Interesting phrasing. Interesting phrasing. That's all I'm gonna say. I wanted to replace this instrument, I believe. Oh yeah, go ahead and duplicate this. That way I still have the instrument, but we're gonna go ahead and mute it. We're gonna see if this works the way I want it to. Okay, switch from Contact over to Omnisphere. My beloved Omnisphere. And we're looking for Tickle the Icicles. No pun intended. Shut up. All right. Yeah, sure. I caught on. Wink, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Jeez. I gotta hear this in context with everything. I'm confused. We have a limiter on this, but it still sounds the way it does. Put a compressor on it. Why is this knob backwards? Why, if I turn it this way, why does it go up? Versus if I turn it this way, it turns down. That's so weird. If I make it a little bit analog. That's not doing anything. Never mind. Ooh, if I wanted those half sharps, which I don't. How if we made a lot of these? That's just absolute chaos. Okay. What do I want to do with you is the question. I'm definitely gonna need an EQ on you. Can I do like an inverse notch? That's interesting. Whoa, hang on. Give me back that one. Thank you. See, I'm trying to figure out what on earth this peak is right here. Maybe combine these two together and just see like what we get. Nah, in all honesty, I'm really liking the custom analog strings over the Omnisphere patch. I wanted to try just to see if it worked. Turns out it does not. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's break down what exactly is happening here, because there's a lot. It looks simple, but there's a lot of layering here that's kind of making it a little hard to find what's happening. So first off, we have this bass pad here, this synth pad. And after it plays the chords, it goes into being a proper bass. So that's doing that. Above the first part, we have these chords off of a like a sci-fi sounding synth. So that's that. And then next part that we have here is going into the main melody here with this. It's a custom patch from Analog Strings. What the yaoi is my battery doing? That's a good question, cutie. No idea what your battery's doing. Yeah, this is a synth patch. This is what it actually sounds like before we cut it off. From there, we go into two different segments. We have the bell droplets, which are a I believe a signal patch. Yeah, a signal patch. With a delay effect on it and reverb. And it's playing two instruments at once. Both happen to be the same, but they're different syncopation patterns. And then underneath that, we have this rhythmic pattern going on, I forget what this is. Tynesmith. It's an Omnisphere patch. I wanted something very light, but melodic. Something natural sounding. And I thought this worked really well because it's very melody. It's really good. I love the sound. It's pretty much what I was looking for when I was making this track. Wait, it's being Yuri? Okay. I don't know if a battery should be being yaoi or Yuri. I don't know if batteries have the ability to do that. And then from there we move into this chord I don't want to call it a chord. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't want to say it goes into this chord structure because in reality it stays on the same note. It's just flipping stuff around. So we have a flute sample and we have strings. They go from playing just root note Ds into D5s, into a D sus2, D sus4, and then into a D minor. So it's sort of like taking the foundations of like the top and the bottom of the chord and just sort of flipping the middle note in between in order to create like a little bit of a shift. Which in all honesty, my goal for this track was to make something a little bit slow, a slow burner track. While also like having some of that melodic movement, having some of that syncopation to it, which is where like these instruments come in. These arpeggiations. And then these syncopated beats. So we add all that together when it comes to here, and we have two different instruments coming in. They're both panned left and right so that you can sort of hear them on each side. Not sure why that's doing that. Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing that in all honesty. It's probably an arpeggiation pattern. Yeah, it is what it is. And then on the other side, we have this Omnisphere patch, which I believe I custom made off of a patch already. I turned the granular on and I started messing with where the sample started. So yeah, wherever those lines are is where the sample is starting. And it's set to random right now. So on the system will pick a random number and that'll be where it starts in the sample. And realize that none of them start from the beginning too. And then we combine it all together for this really cool sound. or for this really cool texture. Why the feel my pansexuality is my sunflower seed soapy? Was that English? I don't even know how to read that. I don't know how to interpret that. Assuming, why do I feel my pansexuality is my sunflower seed soapy? No, that last part's still not making sense. Isn't you have like a sunflower seed soap, and that's how you feel like your pansexuality is described? Oh, I forgot. We do have one more instrument in here. This is another arpeggiator that just sort of plays notes in a random order. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? No. Yeah, makes sense. I don't either. English? What's that? Yo, I need to turn on the sustain. That's kind of fun to mess with. I'm not sure what the ring modulator does. I can't really tell what that is right now. It wouldn't have anything to do with this. I don't think it would, at least. I don't know. English silently speaks Zeepzorb. That's a pretty good language to know. Very uncommon in the universe. But I do really like this chord in particular and how it like is outside the scale. It's all because of that that D flat. Because the D flat is not in the scale. The root is a D. And just listen to how everything just blends together and creates this really interesting atmosphere. So I'm not... Hang on, I don't remember what you are. Endless Opera Pad. I think we were looking for different basses and this just happened to come up. But I'm not too sold on it. Yeah, that's good. I'm a big fan of this track. I think this is a really good. I'm having trouble like justifying that this be one of the first tracks that people hear when they enter the game. Because I feel like it doesn't. It's good, but not that good. And so I want to keep working on stuff, and I want to keep like seeing what I can like start to come up with for this project, because it's good, like, but it's not like fantastic. So I have this other track that I was writing for the same project. I just started this morning before I left for work, and I haven't listened to it since, but I know it was something that I was kind of getting invested in. So let's listen to this very quickly, and I won't work on it right now, but I will like sort of take a listen, and we'll see sort of where it goes. Yeah, okay, I remember what I was doing with this. I was working based off of the old How Are You Feeling that I did a couple like 2 weeks ago. And I really like it. I'm still trying to like justify how I can like structure this, because it's kind of interesting. Yeah, so originally what this was based off of was it was based off of this improvisation that I did a couple weeks ago. And I was originally trying to make this work as a I was trying to make this work as a standalone piece for this project, but it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I had to revamp it just a little bit, try and get it to fit a little bit better into the style that we were going for. This mystical magic fantasy type beat. If you're mad at something and someone or something, you can whisper, "What the? What is that? What is a quirp?" I'm assuming, is that like an insult or something? Yeah, no, this piece that we're listening to is what inspired the previous piece, or the piece we have in the background right now. Quirp? Zeebzorb. Does that answer your question? Greatly. Definitely answers my question. And you can hear the influence of like that piece and then in here. Especially like as we go like around here. So I wanted to sort of start making like a different like, because I imagine probably like this main area will have 30 minutes of music, considering this music will be used several times and people will keep coming into the event. Um, I don't know how much music I want at the beginning, because I don't know when the first event's gonna start, and I want to make sure that I have at least three to five tracks on rotation. And we're only at like 90% done with one track. 90%? Nah, more like 80% done with one track. So that's a project that we need to spend a little bit more time on. And I don't want to keep doing music streams as often as we did last week, considering I completely went over the edge. In my own opinion, we were streaming every night for the past 8 days straight, I believe, maybe even 9. I can't remember if we did a stream last Sunday. But like, we're working so much, guys. I got a break. I got a 15-minute break today. Usually I'll work through my breaks on like other projects. So shit. Speaking of which, fuck me. I left my script at work. That's not good. That is so not good. I knew I was walking out of work. I'm like, I'm forgetting something. My hands feel empty. I forgot my script. That's okay. I have a PDF version on my phone. It's not ideal, but it'll do. I need to continue working on a project that I just finished music and sound effects treatments for. For those who are unfamiliar, music and sound effect treatment means I go through the script, I highlight everything that needs a sound, I write notes on every like scene that needs like X, Y, Z in order to make the scene come alive. I need to write down the room types, like what I feel these rooms should sound like, how much reverb, how much echo they need. I need to think about like what all the characters are doing. So like if someone's jumping, do I want to emphasize that jump? Do I want, if they're doing flips throughout the air, do I like do little whips and whooshes as they do their thing? So I went through a 30-page script this past week, and I annotated everything. I wrote down every single music cue that I felt needed an emphasis, and I wrote down general vibes and structures that I'm thinking of for this piece. I believe I'm the lead sound engineer on this piece, and that's interesting. I don't think I've been the lead sound engineer on anything before, so I'm trying my best here. I'm working with a team. I got a team that's underneath me, and I'm just like, yep, yep. There we go. Corp is a word in Zeepzorp that in your language would be one of the cuss words you just said. I see. So we got a good translation here. And so, yeah, that's also something I need to do this week, because I need to start working on now that the whole first episode of Redacted is treated, is music and sound effect treated. I need to actually start building out like the tracks. I need to start doing stuff. So I can show you what I did last time. And this is also something that I wanted to bring up on stream. This piece is for the project that I'm working on that I just sound treated. So this is what the show is going to sound like when it's in a more done state.
No, please! No! Just leave me be!
I have to complete my mission!
No!
I think there's some stuff that definitely
When
needs to
does
get
the killer
retreated here.
Not kill. Oh.
But I got feedback on this from the team that I'm working with, and they loved it. They loved the details that I put into everything, which makes me really happy, considering I wasn't working off of a whole lot for this. I just got like 2 scratch vocals, and they were like, yeah, create a fight scene, do a vertical slice of like what you think combat would sound like. And I'm like, okay, give me like a week. And this is what I created in a week. I pulled out stuff from my sound effects library. I have like 32 gigs of sounds, I believe. And we created this. And I believe I was working on this live one night during a work stream. But I want to talk about it now, and I want to sort of like explain what the decision-making process for this was. Even though it's not necessarily music, it's still very important, and it's the sound design of the world and everything encapsulating it. So let's break this down top to bottom, because it's in hierarchy. It's in hierarchy form. Now it is. We have VO efforts, which are the voiceovers. These are the most important part of the scenes. Anything else goes beneath them. Because you cannot tell a story if no one can hear what the people are saying. So we have those. And then we have the combat sound effects. Everything that happens in the scene, everything that you see visually is right here. And so that's all the hits, that's all the footsteps, all the stab sounds. Yeah, so that took a lot of effort, because when it comes to breaking it down, if you were here for the stream, you remember sort of what I was doing. I was acting stuff out myself. So like when it came to like let's say like the sword sound effects. I remember physically, I remember picking up I'm like mimicking the moves of what would happen. Of picking up a katana, swing, swing, swing. And you have to make sure that each sound effect is properly treated to make sure that it doesn't sound the same. Because you're not going to be able to hit something the same way exactly twice. It's going to be a first effort, second effort, third effort. Because you're losing energy the more you swing and the more you punch and stuff like that. So it's like trying to make sure that like we follow the energy levels of these characters as they like trail off. And depending on the character, that will either fall off exponentially or that'll carry very slowly drifting off. I can't wait for the day where I introduce your music to my friends. And if they like it, I can pull I'm friends with this guy. I would be so honored if people introduced my music and were like, yeah, this guy's really cool. Personally, I don't think that's going to be happening. But, you know, I would love to land a really good project. And I think this project is very promising. It's moving along fast, and I'm really happy with the dedication that the team behind it has. I'm hoping, and I'm pretty certain that this project is not going to end before it gets off the ground. So I'm excited. And then it's also a paid project if all goes well. And it's community funded. It's crowdsourced. So I will let everyone know. I'm like, hey, if you guys like the streams, if you guys like the music streams, like this is like a good way to support it through like an official project that I've worked on. So when the time comes, I will share it. But for now, it's going to sort of go under like an anonymous name until I can like properly share it. But yeah, so that's like sort of the idea for like the combat sound effects is a lot of mimicking out actions, making sure that like stuff lands the way it should. Boom, boom, boom. And it's a lot of like making sure that like the sound effects aren't the same, because there's, as I said, there's a very rare chance, a very slim chance that you're going to hit someone the exact same way several times in a row. And like it's also about thinking about like what are these characters doing. So when it came to like working with the leather sound effects, because these are very interesting, I was thinking, okay, this character that's doing a lot of like the beating is wearing a lot of leather on him in order to like for like an armor. So like if he picks up someone or picks up something, he's going to be gripping with his hand the leather on his inside of his hand, it's going to start creasing. It's going to start making that tightening sound. So it's like, I imagine for this part, he is actively picking up his opponent and dragging him. And we did that by making the sound pan. So I believe, if I remember correctly, the sound goes from this ear to this ear. Opposite. It goes from this ear to this ear. So he's getting dragged that direction. And it's like all these little minute details are so important to bringing the scene alive, because there's a difference between just filling out the sound effects and actually making them feel real and built into the scene, making them feel like the characters are actually making these sounds. I heart small details. I do too. They are so good. They are what bring it from like that 94% all the way to the top 100. Because like I could just slap all these in, call it a day, but that's not the way I do things. You can see these EQs right here. Like, for example, what are we looking at? The metal scraping. We were very meticulous on the metal scraping sound. Because I wanted to sound like he was picking up the sword. It has to accelerate. No one picks up a sword. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, no, that's too mechanical. You need to hear the sounds of the sword getting zoop, 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 zoop. So hearing those, hearing that acceleration is really what's going to sell it. And of course, like making sure that like the pitch and the timbre is right, because it's a sword. It's light. It's not going to sound like a heavy mace that someone's picking up. And I think if I pull up the EQ very quickly, it actually like starts shaving off those lower ends as well. Yeah, so it moves with the sword getting picked up, which is important because, I mean, less of it is touching contact to the ground, which means more of it, there's less intense vibrations as it runs through the blade. So that's combat sound effects. The next in the hierarchy is world ambience, which is sort of what's happening around. It may take longer, but by God, the audience eats it up. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. It's like some of those subtle things that you don't realize. And I know that a lot of it's going to go completely unnoticed, but if it's not there, then it gets noticed. And that's a problem if it gets noticed. If someone hears a sound effect and they're like, that doesn't sound right. That sounds like it's out of place. That's a problem. Because good sound effects make sense. You don't recognize that they are custom made because it looks like, oh, that's how I imagine that would sound. Speaking of which, for this project, I have to develop custom sound effects for a character, and it shoots tendrils. And so I was sitting down with the producer earlier, and I was like, hey, what are we thinking for these sounds? Like, do you have any ideas in mind? Because I have some of my own that if you don't have any. And he's like, not really. What do you have in mind? And so I was like, okay, so if we're working with tendrils and it's a very thick and like gushy type of sound, let's go and let's reference like Venom from like any Marvel media. How do they do their tendrils? How do they set up their like their sound design for that? And so one thing came to mind. And it was the church scene from Marvel Spider-Man 2. Let me go ahead and pull this up very quickly because I think it's really important. First off, when I went to Insomniac Games about a year ago for their 30th anniversary, I was with the sound team, and this was the scene that they showed because, in their opinion, it was one of the greatest pieces that they made sound design for. And I have to agree. Let's take a look at this scene and let's like see why the sound design is so important. I need to unmute this once again.
Here to pick up a serum order for a Dr. Connors?
Listen to that audio of Kraven jumping from one side to the other. The subtle rain in the back. The ringing. How it affects Peter.
You have hunted me.
He's over there.
This is good.
Now he's over there. Listen to the music and how it's leveled. The knife sound as it travels from here to here.
Finish what you started. I see a man. I sense a beast.
Like the subtle clinking of the vial against his necklace. The heartbeat and the tendrils flaring, the screaming of the symbiote.
Why don't you set it free? I'm just here to save my friend.
The bassy sound as he just annihilates the bell.
We'll finish this later.
It is such a fantastic example of sound design. And I think the Insomniac team absolutely cooked with this. One thing I love about Small Details is it can be visible in anything, sound, film, animation. It can be shown when it is scrum diddly yum yum. That's what I'm saying. I am such a nerd for like really good sound design. It is fantastic. It is so cool. And I just absolutely love how, like, as I was saying in this scene, like as we see, like as he comes in, we hear the sounds. We see Kraven in the rafters, and he jumps from one side of the room to the other, and we physically hear it. Let's see, right here, I believe.
Serum order for a Dr. Connors?
You hear him launch from this side to that side. If you're wearing headphones, holy crap, this is fantastic. If you're listening through a phone, it might not come through as clear, but just hearing the pure sound design as Peter jumps up into the rafters, you hear the slight step of you hear his slight footsteps. He's light and nimble as Spider-Man, but he still has weight to him. So he's going to be putting pressure on those wooden beams. And then you just hear the soft trickle of the water onto the bell, which causes it to subtly ring, which in turn irritates the symbiote on Peter. And you can sort of hear it as it's starting to lose its mind over the ringing, the high-pitched sounds. There it is, the ringing. The subtle growl of the symbiote as it's getting irritated.
You have hunted me.
And I love how Kraven just sounds like he's over here, and then he's over here. And then all of a sudden, he just attacks Peter as if he's right next to him. And you hear this hulking creature. You hear this really large man just absolutely rumble through Peter. And Peter has to duck out of the way, swing across, and land back on the beam.
This is good.
He sounds like he's everywhere. A man that big should not be in the shadows. You should be able to see him, but the fact that he's hiding makes him even more scary. The sounds of the knife as it goes from up here all the way down here. You can hear it travel. That is incredible sound design.
Let's see if you have the strength to finish what you started.
Not to mention the echoes as he's in the church. a vast open space. I need water. Holy crap. It is incredible sound design, and I absolutely love it. Marvel Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac Games, everyone. And I'm not promoting this game just because I worked on it, but this scene definitely is one of my favorites from the game. It is so good. As an LPS tuber, when I only move one LPS, therefore one hand in the background, I'll make another character move and talk or walk. Sometimes I'll add voiceovers to make it more natural. Yeah, having what I call so there are two different types of voiceovers. There are regular voiceovers, which are like people them saying lines, like for example, like over here. Nope, where is it?
I have to complete.
Right here. So this line right here.
I have to complete my mission.
So we have just regular voiceovers, and then we have what are called efforts, which is the sounds that they make when they're not necessarily speaking, but when they're doing something.
No.
So you can hear like the difference, like the So all that, which the efforts pair with the combat sound effects. All that to create this this more natural sound. Because I mean, if it's just like throwing punches and there's no sound, that's not really, either that's a really bad punch, or it sounds very unnatural. But where were we with this? We were talking about world ambience and how that's getting built. So that is the world ambience. I probably should have done a little bit more. Assuming I should have done like city sounds. I should have like gone out and like listened to like the sounds of the city, and I should have like captured a little bit of that, put it in here. I'll need to do that. I'll need to take a weekend where I just like go and listen to like stuff around the city, get like specific sounds. So if I'm looking for like a helicopter sound, if I'm looking for a like nightlife, the bustling city in like the early evening, stuff like that. All of it is so important to creating a city or creating a scene and making it feel alive, like there's actually people living here. Because right now it just sounds like these two are in like a warehouse or something, which in all honesty could pass. It could pass. But when it comes to like world ambience, we have like a loop here of rain, which I have purposefully spread out even farther in the sound field. Usually if you're listening on a phone, hey, Nian's playing Soulcraft, Subnautica, you should get on Soulcrafters. What do those two have to do with each other, out of curiosity? Like, what's the correlation between Nian playing Subnautica and me getting on Soulcrafters? Is Nian on Soulcrafters while playing Subnautica? I don't know, bro. That doesn't... Yes? Okay. I see. Maybe, I don't know. Help, he's being weird. Oh, hey, Nian, how's it going? Get in here, fuckle nuts. I need to continue with my stream, bro. Oh, so you can say fuck, but I can't? Yeah, no, I was about to call it out. I was about to say, this dude's saying inappropriate words for his stream. An idea I like is if I need to do an angered voice, I'll think of something that makes me upset. If I need to do a sadder voice, I'll think of something that makes me sad and get the right voice. That's called acting. That is what a lot of actors do, cutie. Whenever it needs to whenever they need to like enter a certain mood, they'll mentally get themselves in that state. So they'll think of something sad, or they'll think of something angry. I got you to say it on Bug's stream. That's on him. That's on you, buddy. That's on you. You put that word in my chat and I said it. It's good. The word's good here. It's on you. But so when it comes to like world ambience, there's a lot that you can do, and there's a lot that needs to get balanced. And for this particular combat slice, I did it very simply. I wanted to keep that I wanted to keep it on like the very minimal levels while also still building the world. So I took the rain, and instead of making it the very center of the image, making it very front and present, I decided to push it as far away from the listener as possible, which is why the rain sounds the way it does. Like here, if we turn this off, it sounds like it's just on both ears. Like you're just hearing it regularly. Versus right now, it sort of opens it even wider, and it's spreading it out even more over the image, which is the important part for getting like the sonic quality of everything. You have the center, which is the most important. You have the sides on the ears, which is also very important, but meant to sort of create like the panning effect and create the world around you. And then you have the very far edges where stuff just sits in order to fill extra space and to cover all your grounds. Oh, my dumb angel lore is a peak actor. What's my first thought? Help. Oh, what an amazing first thought. And as you can see, like we cut like heavy rain here. I was debating it, but I don't think it really fit the scene. And it was a little too distracting. We did the same effect, like the widening effect with the thunder. So the thunder is very much on like the very outskirts of the stereo imaging. And once again, if you're wearing headphones, it'll be very audible what we're doing. If you're listening through like a phone, it might be a little bit harder. So I do recommend listening on headphones if you can, or earbuds. Either works. Just getting those headphones, getting that stereo image on your head is really what's going to sell what we're doing here. And I believe we have... No, okay, that was it. It's just the thunder and the rain. And I was tossing around ideas because we also have like a hose sound effect, which I was considering using. But I don't think it really fit the way I wanted it to. I was looking more for like that that pipe drain sound where it's like it's a really rainy day and all that water's just pouring down the drain and out the very bottom, and it's just really thick streams of water. So yeah, that's the third most important. Sorry, I've been talking for way too long. And then the last thing that sits underneath everything, unfortunately, is the music. And you can hear sort of... You can hear that it's still important to the scene. Like, if I were to take it out...
No!
It's meant to elevate everything on top of it. It's meant to push everything up and be the foundation that everything sits on. But it's not meant to overimpose. It's not meant to overstay its welcome. It's meant to be in the background unless the scene specifically calls for a specific flair in the instrumentation or in the music. It's very important that we don't, that the music gets balanced the way it should, in order to let the sound effects and the voiceovers carry the scene, unless it's like a specific, like, music should be going here. Like, one of these are going to get replaced. So, it's a lot of, there's a lot of thought and, like, meticulous decision-making when it comes to making these sound effects and doing the sound engineering for a film or TV show. If I picture the setting as colder, or if there's more like snow or something in the background, I'll make my arm and character shake to show that they're cold or been out there for a while. Yes, that is a good way of like articulating that it's cold. As well as, if you have the ability, I'd recommend like taking like I guess like a breath mint in a way, and then like drinking some water, because then your mouth will feel really cold. And you'll sort of be forced to think with like the top of your mouth. If I am thinking about this correctly, when you're cold, you tend to like push your breath forward a little bit. Because you're constantly wanting to breathe. And it gets a little hard sometimes because obviously you're taking in all the cold air. But you're also still trying to keep your mouth warm. So you tend to breathe a little bit more heavily whenever you're cold. Just an example of like something that like would happen for a voiceover. Something where it's like taking those breaths and like sort of thinking about like if it's cold. I'm gonna be talking like this a lot because I don't want to move my mouth. It really depends. It depends on like the situation. Another method that is very common with actors is method acting. So if, for example, if there's a scene where it's like they've got to talk with a lisp, then an actor will spend a couple days talking with said lisp. Off that, just in regular conversation, they will incorporate it so that when they get on set, they can talk, or they can do what they need to do, and it just becomes natural. I'll stop now. But the idea of method acting is very interesting. Like, for example, let's take a look at Heath Ledger's Joker from the Dark Knight trilogy. Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Heath Ledger was method acting as Joker when the cameras were rolling and when the cameras were not. That man did such a phenomenal job as Joker. It actually scared the crew because he would just be in a corner talking to himself. He'd just be talking to himself like this, just in character. And he would he would say stuff that doesn't necessarily make any sense, but it just fits the character. So then they say action, he'd just go right into his element. I don't know if I'm tripping, but I turned away to hear Time doing a nerd voice. I'm clipping the shit. It's the idea of method acting. It's not a nerd voice. I was doing a lisp. Which, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess that could be considered part of a... Whatever. One freaking ever. Okay. So that's another big project that we're working on. That's 2 big projects that we're working on right now. And I've got like 3 more, and I haven't even like started the other 3. It's just, unfortunately, my hands are really busy right now, and I need to start working on those because I feel like I know the due dates are coming up for those, and I need to start. I say coming up; they're in like a couple months. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And on top of that, we've also been working on Broken Mirrors. Broken Mirrors 2, to be exact. Which is its own whole freaking... the urge to ask him to say actually in the voice. I don't even know if I can. I need to talk in a lisp. Actually. There we go. I got it. Holy crap. Okay. I'm gonna let one of these songs play. I'm gonna let Perfectly Imbalanced play. While I just I'm gonna sit here in silence for a second, just to let my voice regenerate for a second, because right now it's shot. It's shot because I've been talking so much. I am yapping. I can die peacefully now. That's a crazy thing to want. That's a crazy bucket list thing. All right, we're moving on to Broken Mirrors 2 now. I needed to, I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on some of this after stream. Yeah, well, I'll work on stuff after stream, but right now, I would like to share what we have of Perfectly Imbalanced. Yeah, take a listen. Tell me what you think.
Everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Through the loudness and the silence, I am taking on this toll. I keep crossing all the lines, keeping my whole life in place. I keep saying I'm just fine, but maybe that's okay. Losing time stuck in this room of colors and bright lights, giving into inhibitions that I used to try to fight. Keeps me stuck in isolation, always scared of reaching out. All the anxious feelings flooding me, I never know how. Losing track of time, days turn into weeks. The stress is building up. Take a look and see everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Through the loudness
I'll be right back,
and
guys.
the silence, I am taking on this toll. I keep crossing all the lines, keeping my whole life in place. I keep saying I'm just fine, but maybe that's okay. Constantly rescheduling, forgetting to reply, trying to overcome my memory, problems that I hide. I am cutting all the strings attached, don't want to be a slave to the passions that I carefully craft, a slave to all I've made. Thinking about the past, worried about what's to come, bettering myself, or will it come undone? Everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Through the loudness and the silence, I am taking on this toll. I keep crossing all the lines, keeping my whole life in place. I keep saying I'm just fine, but maybe that's okay. I'm crossing all the lines, I'm saying I'm just fine. I'm seeing all the signs. In a world of my design, everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Through the loudness and the silence, I am taking on this toll. I keep crossing all the lines, keeping my whole life in place. I keep saying I'm just fine, but maybe that's okay.
Maybe I'll let the piano ring out as well. Controllers, go ahead and give me sustain. Here you are. What am I looking for? Grid.
Fine, but maybe that's okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Pookie, I think you should have some water. And I'm gonna get some Dr. Pepper. Thirst quenching time. Haha, that's weird. I mean, okay, yeah, no, I needed just a moment to like just sit and like just consume water because my throat actually like hurts from the amount of talking that we did for the sound effects section. It's kind of weird. I've never had a project that I'm like so deeply invested in. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these projects that I'm working on just grow and grow, because I'm really hoping that they launch off into something else, because I think like I have my thumb in so many pies right now. to say the least. I got so many eggs in so many different baskets right now. It's kind of insane just how much I've taken on. Fellas, I don't sleep these days. It's kind of a problem. But I'm telling myself that it's worth it. I'm telling myself that all the work that we are doing right now will help pay off for the future. And I don't know. We'll see if that's actually the case. Yeah, no, I am really tired. I got so exhausted at the end of my work day. I'm like, I want to be done. I want to go home. But yeah, no, there's still some stuff that needs to get worked on in terms of like getting like the mixing and mastering. Obviously, wait, BBG, I have to use call me baby girl. I've never once been called baby girl before. I don't think I want that to start now. Go ahead, cutie. Spill the tea. What we got? Who's bothering who? Can you tell I'm going through a personality crisis? I guess if you're calling me BBG. That is the first time I've been called BBG, and I don't know if I like it.
Everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Everything's perfectly imbalanced in my mind and in my soul. Through the loudness and the silence, I am taking on this toll. I keep crossing all the lines, keeping my whole life in place.
I think if we actually tune the vocals on this,
just fine.
It looks like we did.
Maybe that's okay. Losing time.
Yeah, that arm is really good.
Of colors and bright lights, giving into inhibitions that
now they look like they're edited.
Try to fight keeps me stuck in isolation, always scared of read.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, we have Perfectly Imbalanced, which is not the next song dropping, but the one after. This is the April release. I'll say that right now. I'm still waiting to hear back from my publishers, see if the March release has been accepted. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I won't spend too long on these tracks in particular, but I would like to just sort of flash through them very quickly, because they're also important. They're also a really big project that we were working on. Yeah, oh no, my throat still feels really, really shot right now after all like the the complaining. I don't know if complain is the right word, but you know. Or no, not complaining. My rambling. My yap session. Okay. This is a song that I wrote a while ago called "Missing What Isn't Mine," and I just re-recorded the vocals last night. They're not comped yet. They are just sitting here in their raw form. So let's go and let's take a listen, because I need to remind myself what we were doing.
I've been chasing shadows in the dark, trying to fill this hole that I've made. That's to reignite the spark, so I can have a path to guide my way, taking things day by day. This isn't how I used to live my life. How can I change my ways? I used to be different, now I'm missing what isn't mine. I'm seeing both dreams and reality, living between the lines, blurring what is real to me. My past comes back to life, echoes of someone I used to be. I'm losing my sense of time.
Anyway, my stalker friend was with another friend of theirs. I'm so good at English. My stalker friend told me they thought I was cute. Gang, I never did a face reveal. What do they mean? It could be that they think the idea of you is cute. In which case, gross. Very gross.
Walking through an endless gray, my mind is made, but I still wonder, how can I make you stay? I used to be whole, but now I'm missing what isn't mine. I'm seeing both dreams and reality, living between the lines, blurring what is real to me. My past comes back to life, echoes of someone I used to be. I'm losing my sense of time, burdens weigh when I'm missing what.
These are the two drums, right? Yeah.
I'm missing what isn't mine. I'm seeing both dreams and reality, living between the lines, blurring what is real to me. My past comes back to life, echoes of someone I used to be. I'm losing my sense of time, burdens weigh when I'm missing what isn't mine. Burdens weigh when I'm missing what isn't mine.
God, I fucking love those drums so much. They are so cool. Fantastic drums. It appears I'm also good at typing. It's meant to say the stalker friend's friend. Thought it was cute. I don't know any of you Blitz friends. You Blitz a stalker guy. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I think it could be a case of like if there's a clip of like your voice out there, if there's like a Roblox avatar maybe. In all honesty, people are just really fucking weird. Like, genuinely so fucking weird. They'll take anything. They will take anything as that they can physically grab onto, and they'll just like run with it. And it's like, yeah, no. How about we don't do that? How about we don't fucking do that? Unfortunately, that just be how it be. I love these drums so much. Like, let's go to the bridge very quickly, and I'm just gonna play the drums on their own. So good.
I'm missing what isn't mine. I'm seeing both dreams and reality, living between the lines, blurring what is real to me. My past comes back to life, echoes of someone I used to be. I'm losing my sense of time.
I'm also like partially convinced it's not even like fully playable on a drum kit. I think there's like three different drums being hit at one point, and it's like you can't do that with just two hands. I use my voice a lot. I changed my avatar 24/7, and Kang, it was my fucking gotcha character. Not realistic. Literal alien antennas, gang. Yeah. Once again, people will just take anything and fucking run with it. They're weird. Some people are absolute lunatics. And I don't know why. Like, these people are genuinely just so fucking weird. But yeah, no, I really like the song. I like how it rolls. It's just got a really good vibe to it.
Been chasing shadows in the dark. I've been chasing shadows in the dark, trying to fill this hole that I've made. Have to reignite the spark, so I can have a path to guide my way, taking things day by day. This isn't how I used to live my life. How can I change my ways? I used to be different, now I'm missing missing what isn't mine. I'm seeing poetry.
Those tom rolls are so fucking good.
Now I'm
Something about them is just peak, absolute gold. And I remember writing this on stream. And I was thinking, yeah, no, this is epic. Because it was on the old drum kit that we were using, the LE session kit, I believe, from Battery 4. Now we're using Sleep Token. We're using 2's drums from Sleep Token, and holy crap, they sound so fucking good. That was my first impression of them. Gonna become what Jerison thought Forensic was. That's fair. At this point, I can't blame you. Cannot blame you in the slightest. You know, I'm so happy with this track and with this instrumentation. I'll need to go back and comp the vocals just to make sure that everything is good. But right now, everything's sounding pretty damn good. I want to talk about the song that I really love, and I only found out that I really love this song yesterday. We were doing our work stream yesterday, and I was going over this track that I wrote within like the past week or so called Nostalgia. We've shown it off a few times. I say in the last week. No, it's been like a couple weeks that we've been sitting on this track. I just love the message of this song. It is so beautiful. I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Let's just go ahead and listen to it.
a beautiful liar in disguise. Listening might just be my demise. The echoes of life as it was.
Don't call me baby
Crush
girl.
my soul and make me
Jerison
feel
thought Forensic
numb.
was dead. Oh,
I'm
we're talking about the
giving
very
a
first part. I thought we were
present
talking
to
about like
ghosts who moved
later in the story.
on while life flowed. I know I'm remembering alone every detail, every tone. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm.
I really don't want to put a compressor on this. I kind of hate the way compressors sound, and that means I either don't know how to use them or they just don't fit on my vocals.
Mind wasn't built for the past. I don't know if I'm gonna last. Living back then and right here, lost control and now I'm in fear. A dream but a thief in the dark, a kiss that leaves a mark, a siren that calls in the night. It's getting hard to fight. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm. These chains cling to me really tight. Don't know if I'll last through the night. I'm scared that I won't find the light, falling from heights. No longer staying confined, I won't let myself fall behind. The past will not make me defined. It's my design. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm.
I freaking love this song so much. I don't think there's like a good reason why this song like is as like emotionally stuck to me as it is. But holy crap, I just love it. I love this song so much for what it stands for like the beauty of it, cuz it's just so beautifully raw. And it's just emotional, like emotions just poured out into this one piece. And I don't know why this has become like my favorite track off the album so far. Like, we have Finding Yourself, we have The Way You Look at Me, we have Complexities, we have Missing What Isn't Mine, we have Perfectly Imbalanced, all this stuff, but this track in particular is the one that sticks with me. And I'm like, this is just such a beautiful track. It has such a great message too. With the I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Past and the present all blur. Why can I not remember the lyrics? Great, I can't remember the lyrics. Can't remember my own lyrics. God damn it. Want to go back to how things were. And I know that the past is a lie. A figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm. I think the lyrics for that second half are fire. I know that the past is a lie. A figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm. See, the thing is, when I was writing this, I was thinking of something in particular that I won't share because it's a little personal. But just like, I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back in time to see someone. And I remember what the inspiration behind this, the post said of, often you're remembering alone. And what was it? It was like a nostalgia is a beautiful liar. Replaying the highlights while forgetting the reason why things ended. And so that was what stuck to me the most. Showing you a highlight reel of the great times while forgetting why things ended. And it was because I was thinking of one person in particular that I wanted to see. And thinking about all the good times, and it hit me like a truck. I was like, wait, there's a reason why I'm not seeing them currently. And I was like, fuck me, dude. And so I wrote this second half of the chorus, and I'm like, damn, that hits. I fucking love how people can describe emotions in music. And what makes that better, people may not make music, but their music taste says something. How's that, Cutie? How does their music taste say something? Because like I kind of understand what you mean. I think like depending on like the type of person that you are, you'll like listen either to pop, you'll listen to like R&B and soul, you'll listen to like the sad music, like the like sad alt rock music, which is kind of what's been driving this whole album. Like we've been listening to, I've been listening to like Bad Omens, Dayseeker, and like Catch Your Breath, for inspiration for this album. 21 Pilots, depending on like the album or depending on the track. Like I have reference albums for these two characters. Where are they? They're right here. If you go onto my artist page, both of these characters have their own albums, which are the reference points. So like Aaron, for example, is the one that we're working on right now. You have Finding Yourself, which is his song. Dayseeker, Bad Omens, 21 Pilots, Nightbreaker, Sleep Token. A lot of goddamn Sleep Token. Nightbreaker, Sleep Token, 21 Pilots, and then a few stragglers. But that is his inspiration. That is his music taste. If they have a playlist that calms them down, you can learn what keeps them sane and calm. They can make playlists of songs to show their anger, mental state, love life, etc. Yeah, I got those. I definitely got those. I've got my 4 main playlists here. I got my Composer Detox, which is a vast array of music to quickly get me out of work mode. There's way too much stuff in here just to focus on one thing, so I tend to like skipping around and jumping through stuff. I got the video game music, which is my go-to for like streaming and like general instrumental music. We got the Grinding Inspiration playlist, which is every song that has somehow influenced my lyrical music in some way. There's a lot of stuff in here, but the connection being all of this has somehow fueled my my lyrics, has fueled my music in some way, all of it. And recently I made a chill playlist. Actually, one of my favorite playlists that I've made recently, and I've been listening to this a lot, is sorry, I'm making sure that I'm not exposing anything right now. Yeah, we should be good. My late night drive playlist. This playlist is so goddamn interesting because it's a lot of like 2016 EDM, but with like a dark twist to it. There's like no bright songs in here. I guess like it's kind of hard to explain what made me pick songs for this unless you hear it. But you'll see like a lot of it is more darker in tonality and like and the coloring. Like I think there's a few exceptions. Like Maps, I think might be an exception here. I think Cold Water might be an exception. But most of these have like a very certain sound that's on the darker side. I don't think this song belongs in here, actually, the more I think about it. The fuck is that humming sound I hear? Am I cooked? I'm not hearing a humming sound, so maybe you are cooked. But yeah, as you're saying, like they make playlists of songs to show their anger, mental state, love life, etc. This one also is one that's constantly played. It's my Scream and Rage playlist. Sleep Token, Bad Omens, Catch Your Breath, Dayseeker, 21 Pilots. Pretty much stuff that is constant. First off, all these songs in some way include like a moment of screaming in the lyrics, which is what makes them like my Scream and Rage. Because if I'm angry, if I'm just wrapped up in my emotions, you bet your ass I'm going to be screaming something. And it's going to be one of these lyrics. Yo, Bug, welcome on in. I'm here too. What's up, Nian? How's it going? Welcome on in, Buster. How are you guys doing? How was stream? Chaos. Yeah, all right. Welcome on in. Welcome. Good to see you too, Bug. How's it going? How was Soul Crafters? We're talking about different playlists and how they like sort of portray like different moods and different mental states. And right now we're talking about the Scream and Rage playlist, which has songs that in some way or another include like a really intense part to them that I just scream at the top of my lungs. Or like feel something intensely when listening. Bathroom playlist? I'm not showing you my bathroom playlist. I don't have a bathroom playlist. You know what? Hang on. I gotta see if this is on. Damn it! Bathroom Break by Young Walnut is not on here. What are we even here for? What is the point? That would have been the only song on my bathroom playlist. I would have created it here and now if that was on Spotify. But yeah, no, this is one of my go-to playlists. This is one of my go-to playlists recently. It's a darker tone, because I listen to a lot of like bright music, and I needed something that just sort of offset it with a darker tone. So that's what the late night driving is. literally just what I'll play, and I will speed into the night. Legally, I guess. I have to advise chat that I drive safely. Otherwise, people are going to get concerned, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and then besides that, I have way more playlists somewhere. I have a liminal playlist, which, send me your fucking audio for the fucking podcast. I could have sworn I did. Hang on. Did I not send you it? Because it's definitely in my Google Drive. Motherfucker, look at our DMs. Bug says, fuck compilation. Yeah, don't worry. We'll get one. We'll get one eventually. I'm making sure that I'm not exposing myself again. Yeah, okay, let's just go to the top. I've got a liminal playlist as well. I compiled this because I call it my liminal playlist because it's a playlist that I will put on when I'm feeling out of place in the world. And it genuinely is like a playlist of like dissociation and wanting to disappear. It's I'll expose you myself. The hell are you talking about? I can literally open our DMs and I see the Google Drive link. I see it right there. Don't pog in my chat. Don't pog that. Okay, but what were we saying? Oh yeah, we were going over this track, which is now my favorite off the album. For those of you that are just joining, we are listening to a song called Nostalgia. And how it is a beautiful liar.
A beautiful liar in disguise. Listening might just be my demise. The echoes of life as it was crush my soul and make me feel numb. I'm giving the present to ghosts who moved on while I flowed. I know I'm remembering alone every detail, every tone. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were. And I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm.
I need to get this song ready for tomorrow. I have a meeting in less than 12 hours. Speaking of which, I should probably set my alarm.
Mind wasn't built for the past.
What time is my meeting again?
I don't know if I'm gonna last. Living back then and right here, lost control and now I'm in fear. A dream but a thief in the dark, a kiss that leaves a mark, a siren that calls in the night. It's getting hard to fight. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were. And I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose-tinted glasses of time, a paradigm. These chains cling to me really tight. Don't know if I'll last through the night. I'm scared that I won't find the light, falling from heights. No longer staying confined, I won't let myself fall behind. The past will not make me defined. It's my design. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose tinted glasses of time, a paradigm.
I had a fidget toy on my desk. I don't know where it went. I got it from TwitchCon, and it's been like a really good fidget toy. Found it. It's this little cylinder that is just uneven. So what you do is you'll just press on one side and it'll just like turn to the side. So I'll just be like rolling. I'll just be like rolling it in my hand. I don't think it's too loud, but yeah. What did I miss? Pog, Buggy still on the server. No, because the way I found out my stalker's friend thought I was cute was so damn funny. This guy commented, "My friend thinks you're cute." Are we in 2nd grade or some shit? Yeah, no, that's... yeah, unfortunately, that's about where we're at, cutie. If you're on the internet, you don't mature past, most people don't mature past, like, 3rd grade. It's just how it is. No, he ain't. I'm by myself. Unfortunate. I could use some help building, though. I don't think I would have enough time to do very much building. Yeah, it is pretty late. Nian, have you seen El Dorado as it currently stands? Because holy crap, some work has been put in. I put in a solid 5 hours of work the other day. The other day? Yeah, Saturday. That was a very tiring day, but I'm glad I had a little bit of help from Soren to get some of that stuff done. Soren's been really helping me with El Dorado, and it's been really good. I think he said that he was working on the coastline yesterday, which I'm very thankful for, but I haven't logged on since. So I'll need to check that probably on Wednesday when I get on. I'm hoping Wednesday I can get on. I should, because my meeting is tomorrow morning, and I'll stop worrying about all this stuff afterwards. But yeah, I really like this song. I love the meaning, and I love the lyrics.
Between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose tinted glasses of time.
So just get stitches? Nah. They get asked if they're being for real because that sounded so authentic. Apparently.
Wasn't built for the past.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing with these vocals, because holy crap, they have like some really soft moments and some really loud moments. Like, what the heck is this bridge doing so loud?
Chains cling to me really tight. Don't know if I'll last through the night. I'm scared that I won't find the light. Falling from heights, no longer staying confined. I won't let myself fall behind. The past will not make me defined. It's my design. I'm trapped between worlds on my own, wondering when I'll find my home. The past and the present all blur. Want to go back to how things were, and I know that the past is a lie, a figment of my own design. The rose tinted glasses of time, a paradigm.
Okay. I am feeling pretty content with all the work that we've done this past week. It has been such an insane week. I will not lie to you, of just straight pushing and pushing and pushing. And we've gotten a lot of stuff done. We've got our first track done for what I'm going to call Project Event. We've got a vertical slice of combat done and a music and sound effects. Fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? I just had it. Template? No. Fuck. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually losing my mind. Treatment. A music and sound effects treatment of episode 1 of what I'm going to call Project Protocol. And on top of that, we have 4 demos ready for my meeting tomorrow morning. So, fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed that this meeting tomorrow goes really well. I am just so... I'm pushing so hard for a really good year for music. Not to mention, we also had a release last week. And I haven't had the time to properly promote it. The Way You Look at Me is now out on all streaming platforms, guys. I don't think we realized just how quickly that release came up. I need to record a short for that I can push out on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube shorts. I dropped my fidget toy. Specifically pushing with advertisement behind it, because I need to I need to do a lot more in terms of like pushing content and like getting stuff done in that particular realm on the social media side of things. So I'm hoping that things go really well, and I'm gonna go ahead and head off here. That way I can get all my ducks in order for tomorrow. I need to spend like the next couple hours working on like making sure that my samples are absolutely like top notch 100%, because we've got 9 tracks and I'd like for at least 5 or 6 of them to be in a demo state ready to be shared. So I need to figure out what I have and what needs to get done. And we'll be back definitely on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll say Wednesday. For Lunchbox, I'm going to try to take tomorrow, emphasis on try. I'm going to try to take tomorrow off to sort of disconnect from the world. I might go somewhere. I might do something. Who knows? I might stay home and play a game. Hi Mel, how's it going? We're wrapping up. And I just... Yeah, no, to put it simply, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I've been fighting an uphill battle for a while in the background of everything. And yeah, on top of that, I'm still doing what I do. I'm still schmoovin'. I'm still grooving. Do what you got to do, Mr. Music Man, sir. Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do, and versus what I got to do, because it's like I could come home tomorrow and I could do a music stream. I think relax. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I can relax. I might like just take tomorrow to like go find more sound effects. Like, cause I need city ambiance, and so I might just go like sit like near like the main like downtown part of my city, and just like take my phone and go somewhere. Bye bye BBG. I don't understand why we're calling me BBG. Downtown, yeah. I might go downtown tomorrow. I don't know. I need city ambiance, and I might just like take like my phone, or not my phone. I have like a proper like microphone that I take with me. It's called the Zoom H5, I believe. Let me see if I have a picture of it. Or it's not the H5, it's the H6, I believe. Yeah, it's the H6. First off, wait, I don't want to buy. I want an image of it. When? I don't know. Probably after I get off work at 7. If you're interested, Mello, I can swing by. Yeah, I got this fucker in the closet somewhere. I gotta find it, and I gotta load it with an SD card, and I'll take it with me. Because I need city ambiance for Project Protocol. It's probably gonna be needed. And I'll just do my thing. I'll do my thing, and I'll do it well. So technically, then I'm not taking tomorrow night off. I'm just working on other things. I don't know. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I gotta figure it out. Thank you all so much for tuning in today's live stream. Oh man, I got off before then, 6:30. I mean, if you want to wait like half an hour, we can go grab dinner, Mello. How does that sound? Yeah, we can discuss on DMs, Mello. I'll be live again Wednesday night for sure. What we'll be doing, I hope it'll be Soul Crafters. Haven't locked that in yet. We might do Subnautica. We're currently in the middle of another playthrough because Subnautica 2 is coming up. Would be nice to get through that game and then through Below Zero right when Subnautica 2 drops. Either way, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. For those of you over on Twitch, we'll be rating out to MacGyver, who's currently doing art. And for those of you on YouTube, I will see you all on Wednesday. I think we'll probably get like another short out tomorrow. I need to keep getting shorts out. You got games on your phone? Buddy, I got several games on my phone. Who do you think I am? I've got ROMs on my phone for DS games. Well, come on in. How do I pronounce that? George Ego Sonic? Do you mind if I call you Ego? Unfortunately, we're ending right now. But I do thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's me. Okay, perfect. Your Ego Sonic. But yeah, for those of you on Twitch, we're gonna go right out to MacGyver. And I'll catch you all again Wednesday night. Okay, well, yes, I will be back Wednesday night. That is confirmed. I just don't know what we're doing yet. I have to think it through. I have to think about what we're doing and what I need to do. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. But unfortunately, I got you out. I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.